Hi guys, and welcome to our next episode of the Money Matters series here with Minnequa Works. And I'm Nate here with Minnequa Works, and I'm excited today to be joined by Laura. And Laura, tell everybody a little bit about what you do here at the credit union.
I am currently the BSA officer, and we look over any type of fraud that might be occurring on accounts. We monitor to make sure everybody stays safe in their banking experience with Minnequa Works Credit Union.
That is an awesome position. Thank you for all that you do here for the credit union.
You're welcome.
BSA, business security, it is incredible to be able to see the amount of support that you give to our members, to our team here at the credit union. And fraud is a hot topic, right? So we see, unfortunately, a lot of fraud going on, not only within our credit union, but you hear it on the news all the time, see it in newspaper, just in terms of different things to watch for. And we wanted to help provide a focus on fraud when it comes to things that we're kind of seeing with our members, questions that are coming up on a daily basis, and help provide a little bit more support to you to provide information and awareness in terms of items of fraud. So we're going to be starting off our fraud series here. This is our first episode of our Focus on Fraud series as part of Money Matters. And so we're going to start today with online compromise in terms of what that looks like from a standpoint. But tell us a little bit about what else are we going to be focusing in on over the next couple of weeks.
So the next couple of weeks, we're going to go over how to keep your banking information secure while you're online, while you're going through your computer, whether you're online shopping, paying bills, tips to help keep you safe, trends we see as far as local and national that are very popular for scammers and fraudsters out there trying to get your money. Also, we're going to look at romance scams and all the different ways that you can lose your money through those type of websites. And if you're not able to understand how they work, we're going to give you tips on how to stay safe while you're on those sites.
That's awesome. Well, here at Minnequa Works, we're here to work for you as our members and as our community. And as part of that, we want to help keep you safe and secure and understand also what we can do to help protect you further as a member with Minnequa Works. So let's jump in here a little bit more and talk a little bit about what are we seeing right now when it comes to online compromise. What's going on there?
So a lot of the online compromise we're seeing are when our member is sharing online information, whether it's their password, whether it's their user information, security codes to get online. Some of the people that they may be talking to are asking for this information so that way they can go onto the site to help them out, which sometimes helps them out in a way that is very negative to their financial life and their account. So we always want to make sure we don't share anything related to our online banking because they might be asking you for that information to give you money, but once you give them access, they can also take your money. So we always want to make sure that we are very careful in how we share that information. And that is something that you always want to keep confidential because, again, it's your money and you work hard for that money, and we want to make sure it stays safe and secure.
Definitely. So if I'm hearing you right on that, when we're talking about password security, not only kind of keeping it safe when you're putting it in or entering it, but if somebody asks you for a user ID and password information, we want to make sure that we're not giving that information to somebody else that shouldn't be having it. And really, nobody should have that information besides yourself, right?
Correct. Because this is your account, there really isn't a need for anybody to utilize your online banking except for you, whether that's to transfer, to check balances, transactions pending. When somebody's wanting that information and you don't know who they are, or you do know who they are, you have to remember you're giving them access to all of your money when you do that, because you can initiate transfers, you can initiate a lot of things that you may not be aware of until it's too late.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times when it comes to fraud, they tie on emotion, right? So they try and make it seem like there's a heightened sense of urgency. Either something just went wrong, or maybe there's an emergency in terms of a concern to where they're trying to get you to act right away on something. And so just kind of be able to think about slowing down, right, in terms of thinking through this situation. Does this make sense, right? Did I really do, a transaction, or did I want to authorize something on my account? So above and beyond keeping that password secure, does the situation really make sense, right? Awesome. What else do we see when it comes to online compromise, or tips that you would recommend to watch for to help keep their account secure?
Okay, one thing we want to always watch out for, as far as when you're on the computer, whether it's in your phone or on the computer at home, laptop or desktop, you always want to make sure that you are not initiating pop-ups. Pop-ups are a great source to start a fraud or a scam. So when you have a pop-up, that information, whether it's your computer's compromised and it's Microsoft, that is a very well-known, probably one of the biggest pop-up frauds out there. But I'm sure there are plenty of others, such as surveys. Do a survey, get a gift card, complete the survey to help us with our services. And a lot of those fine prints will actually be initiating a free trial, which is usually a very low cost, so it's not really free. So those technical free trials could start at $4.95, and they would work up to $99.99. And that type of fraud, again, if you're not watching what's going on with your account, can easily build up. And because you haven't read that fine print, that fraud it can happen not only close to that initial survey or online pop-up, but it can happen further down the road. One thing we do see with a computer pop-up for, let's use the Microsoft as an example, that one, it will actually take over your computer if you allow it. And within that, we have seen where they transfer money. They get you in that panic mode. They get you to where you're seeing money come into your account. Example, we're going to charge you 400, or we're going to give you 400, and they do 4,000 or 40,000, depending on what they see your bank account contain. That we've had people panic. We've seen trends where there's panic, and that's what they want. They want you to panic, so that way you come in and you're giving them your money, because by giving them access to your computer, you're not only compromising your account here at Minnequa Works, but any other personal information that you may have on that account.
And to kind of circle back around on that there, that kind of sounds like it draws back to that emotion standpoint, right? In that instance with the Microsoft scam, where it's making someone feel like their computer was compromised, or there was some type of technology concern on their computer, and they make it feel like you should give them access to your IP address or whatever it is that allows them to get onto your desktop or your PC or your laptop, to where then they actually start helping to kind of control and watch what's going on your screen. And then that allows for that fraud to occur, and causing additional concerns when it comes time to log into your online banking or your mobile banking, to then do transfers and then make it seem like, hey, we sent you too much money. We need you to go down to your credit union, withdraw those funds, and send it back to us. When we look at that standpoint, that's one aspect there, kind of drawing on emotion. And then you had also mentioned something in terms of, like the surveys and gift cards. What came to mind when I was thinking of that was kind of too good to be true, right? So if something that you see online, whether it's an offer or a PayPal transfer, or like you said, a gift card request, things of that nature, if it seems too easy and too good to be true, just recheck that, that gut instinct. What does that gut instinct tell you? And is that something that's really true, or is it maybe that's a little too good to be true? And kind of really kind of thinking through that in terms of that aspect there. So awesome. Thank you for the insights on what you're seeing there.
You're welcome.
Any other top tips or recommendations for our members to watch for when it comes to keeping safe online?
Just make sure that if you feel that you have become involved or you may have compromised, notify us immediately. We can take steps to secure your account, get you in here, or work with you remotely to try to get everything correct, or electronic, not remote, to get you everything corrected on your account, get you a new one. We have a lot of resources and we have a lot of knowledge within Minnequa Works Credit Union, so we've seen what occurs. We have steps that we take to try to remedy any compromise that occurs. So please let us know immediately if you feel that you've become involved in anything or have any issues. We're not here to embarrass anybody. We're here to educate, and we want to keep your money safe.
Definitely. Thank you for sharing that. Truly here again at Minnequa Works, we're here to work for you as our members and as our community. So as Laura had mentioned, if you ever even have questions or just want to double check, information that you're hearing or seeing, we're more than willing to help be that next set of eyes and have a listening ear to help support our members. And then at the end of the day too, when we're looking back on online safety and soundness, oftentimes when you look at fraud standpoints, when we were talking initially, asking for passwords, keeping your passwords safe, things that we also say at the credit union side is we're never going to ask you for your password. We're never going to ask you for your PIN number, things of that nature. So if anyone's asking you for that information, always again, make sure that you're keeping that safe and secure. Those types of things are things only that you should know as a member when it comes to your password and PIN numbers. And so always try and keep that only with your eyes or in your mind in terms of what you have there. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. Stay tuned for future episodes of Money Matters series, where we're going to continue to focus on fraud and help to keep you safe as our members. Thank you so much. Appreciate you joining today.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Have a great day.